attention and hyperactivity deficit. We also have children with hearing impairment and any other condition that impedes learning and prevents these children from probably fitting in a mainstream school. So as you have introduced me, my name is Esther Mushiri, and I'm the principal at Kenya Community Center for Learning.
And how long have you been there as a principal?
I've been there for 2 years, but the school has been around for quite some time, having been founded in 2001.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, great stuff. Titus,
yes.
Tell us about the Canada Mathare Education Trust.
So Canada Mathare Education Trust is a scholarship program and also a leadership program based in Mathare. We take high school kids who are needy and bright. We take them to school, we sponsor them, and also we take them to university. And then during the holidays we spend a whole week with them, whereby we train them on different life skills and leadership, because we believe they are the ones who can change this community. And also we encourage them to also take care of the community, because they have to do a community service event before they go back to school. So this is something that they organize. Could be a cleanup, could be a home visit, it could be a tree planting. The idea is that once you are sponsored to get education, you also need to give back to the community, and because we believe that's the only way we can change this community that we live in.
Now you all are celebrating your 10-year anniversary, if I'm correct?
Yes, it's our 10th anniversary.
Okay.
We started in 2006. We have a lot of activities going on.
Yeah, we'll talk about those activities just a little bit later on. I think we can all agree that both of you are doing amazing, very noble, very needed things in our society today. But maybe we can talk about some of the misunderstandings that we as a society have about these students and these children that you both work with. So what would you say are some of the biggest misunderstandings that we as Kenyans have about the children that you're working with?
Yes, you're right. We have quite a significant misunderstanding and what we call myths concerning children with disabilities. And I think one of the misunderstandings is that children with disabilities or special needs have no talents or strengths, and that they are probably meant to be confined in the house, or just not given equal opportunities with their peers who are typically developing. And as a result, that locks many of these children from achieving their God-given potential. So I think the biggest misunderstanding is that they are not equally capable, just like their peers, and that has now really disadvantaged these children. So you find that even when they're in school, no much effort probably is being put towards a child with disabilities, because already the perception is that why invest so much in them, and probably the return will be very minimal. So I tend to think that's one of the greatest.
That's very interesting that when we tend to think of these children, we think that they're challenged in this way, therefore they must be challenged in all ways, when they do have other skills and capabilities.
Sure.
Titus, as you answer that question, maybe you can give us a little bit of background about why this trust was founded in the first place, being that you are co-founder. Some of the misunderstandings that we have as Kenyans about people from Mathare and children living there.
Yes, that's a very good question. I was born and brought up in Mathare, and I had a lot of challenges to get high school education. I grew up in a single family. My mother was the breadwinner, and it was very hard to raise 4 boys. And I saw the challenges I was going through, and together with friends we decided that our younger brothers and sisters will not go through the same challenges. So when I vowed to myself that I'll always come back and do something about the challenge I faced, and that's how CME Trust started. But on the bigger picture, when you talked about people coming from disadvantaged backgrounds, I remember when we took our first cohort to school, they were not very proud, because we take them to boarding schools far away from Nairobi. They were not very proud to say they are from Mathare. It's because people don't believe something good can come out of Mathare. And that's why we work hard every day to make sure that these kids realize they are the ambassadors and they can change this perception. Yes, Mathare has a lot of challenges. Coming from that community is not the easiest thing, but you can be a good ambassador if you get that opportunity to go out and share the same things that you are learning and share the world.
So you've talked about some misunderstandings that society has. So how would you like to to change those misconceptions? As principal, you've been there for 2 years. Ideally, what would you like us as a society to understand and change about our rhetoric and the way that we approach children with special needs?
Yes, I have actually a wealth of experience dealing with children with special needs, because apart from being 2 years old at KCCL, I've worked in 2 other schools for the last 9 years. So all combined, I have 11 years experience working with children with special needs. And I must say that as professionals in this sector, we've really worked very hard to try and dispel some of these misconceptions or myths about children with special needs, because one of the things we have done is to make sure that we fight for these kids to get equal opportunities just like any other child. And probably even like now, what we've done at KCCL is that unfortunately our education system is not very friendly for children with disabilities, because it does not provide the accommodations or the support that these children need. Because what we say is that children with special needs learn differently. They can learn, yes, but they learn differently. Probably they are slow learners, and therefore they would need extra time. They'll need some special support, like probably using different learning methods, using different learning strategies for them to be able to learn. And so as a school, we've had to look for alternative systems that will provide all these accommodations for these children. And I'm glad that for the last 15 years that the school has been existing, we've produced a very strong alumni. We have students who have gone out to the universities, have gone to college. We actually have a pilot. We have so many students who are excelling very well in areas of arts, music, and even IT. And these are children who had been the school probably, or even the parents had given up on them, only that they were not getting the right support. And once now they come in a learning environment that gives them the support, that understands their learning profile and how they learn, we have seen these children excel. And you can imagine if they didn't get that support, what a waste it would have been to the society. And so therefore I think what we need to do is that, because I know the Constitution is very clear on the provisions that are available for persons with disabilities, children included, it's only that probably there are gaps when it comes to the implementation. And that's why even a school like ours, parents, because it's a parent-led initiative, very interesting, that now parents have decided they will come up and look for solutions for their children, because probably the opportunities that are available are not working for their children. And so therefore I think first of all, to just maybe wipe out this misconception is just sensitizing the society, creating a lot of awareness. You will be surprised that some of the great leaders in this country, or great men, also have had learning disabilities. Somebody like Richard Branson, John of Fubu, Hopi. All these people had their own challenges while learning, but see where they are today, just because somebody believed in them, could be a teacher, a parent, and they were given the right support. But I think most importantly, sensitization. Yes.
Those are incredible stories. Titus, I know that the Trust has been able to educate students quite a bit for the last 10 years. So tell us some success stories. How far are these students making it in their education?
Well, we started with 2 scholars, 10 years down the line, 120. And one of them graduated in a college called Mark&Sol School of Fashion Design. It's the best college in Kenya. And she received a standing ovation. She had the best collection. We have other students who are in Nairobi University, others studying actuarial science in Technical University of Kenya. We have others, Rongo University, Dedan Kimathi. Our students are all over the place. We encourage them to pursue their passions, to go for them. So whenever they are called in by the government, we support them. They go to those schools. But they have different personalities, they have different passions. And the first cohort of our success story are graduating this year. So we have like 4 others who are graduating from university before the end of the year.
Oh, that's incredible. What's the Canadian connection here to your education trust?
Actually, I'm the co-founder, so we have another co-founder. She's called Victoria Shepherd, and another one called Benedict and Charles. So Victoria, she's Canadian. She found us doing a lot of work in the community. She was very impressed. She wanted to be in touch, to know what she can do. And when she was going back after her duty ended with the UN, she went to Canada, and we talked like, what is the biggest challenge in our community? Where can she come in? She's very keen on education. We're also very keen on education. And she went there and mobilized like friends and family, and that's how we started the organization. So Victoria Shepherd is the connection mainly, but the money that supports the organization mainly comes from Canada. Okay. That's why you see there's Canada Mathare Education Trust.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I'm going to come back to you. You said this is a parent-led initiative working with these children with special needs. Might be a parent watching, has a special needs child, thinking, I don't have the money maybe to enroll in a school like that allows my child with a learning disability to be taken care of and supported. So how would you talk to that parent?
Well, what I would talk to that parent is, first of all, the parent needs to understand their child. They need to understand the strengths of the child, and also understand the challenges. Because it's from that point that the parent gains acceptance that you have a child who is different. You have this child probably who is not thriving in a regular school, and therefore, as a parent, accept that you have this challenge. And once you accept that you have the challenge, you will now be able to begin the journey to find a solution for this child. And one of the things actually we emphasize as a school is that not all of us may blessed academically, but what are the talents that these children have? Because actually I think one thing that we thrive in as a school is in talent identification and talent nurturing. Our children may be struggling in learning, that's fine, but we've gone a step further to look at the talent. We have great dancers there, students who are doing very well already, even with an instructor from Sarakasi Dancers who comes every week to train our children, and hoping that even if probably they don't become teachers, they don't become lawyers, they may become professional dancers. We have students who are doing very well in the areas of arts, in the areas of craft, in the areas of catering, and therefore we try to get a lifeline for these kids that find maybe the academics may be a struggle, but that's not it's not all doom and gloom. There's still something else that God has given you that you need to that we need to nurture, so that at least by the time these children are leaving our institution, they have something that they can fall back to as career. So to the parents who may be watching, my plea is that understand your child, accept that probably your child may need to be in a specialized institution that may be able to understand their learning needs and give them the support that they need. I know the government has tried. It has made some strides as far as education for children with special needs is concerned, and for a parent probably who may not afford a private school, because the private schools that are there probably may be a bit pricey, but we have the units that the government has opened in most of the public schools. They may even if probably they may not be to the parents' expectations, but I believe that the children will get help. Yes.
I think we can all agree again that the education's impact on society is very underrated, and it's definitely something that needs a lot more support, like you're saying, from government and from us as a society. Titus, we're just going to wind up in a short while here, so I wanted you to give us some of those details about your 10-year anniversary and sort of what the future looks like for the Canada Mathare Education Trust.
Yeah, so like I said, we have managed to support the number that we can, but our strategic plan going forward, we want to get like 25 scholars every year. So in the next 10 years, we want to educate 250 scholars. We have celebrations. We are marking it with 3 events. These are events to mainly create awareness about education, about what we do, and also planning ahead for the next 10 years. So we have a walk this Saturday. where it will be in Mathare. In the morning we walk, and then afterwards we'll have entertainment by local artists, local and upcoming artists. And then on the 6th, I think I mentioned earlier that we have something we call holiday training workshops when our kids come back. So this time around we are opening it to the whole community and also the other slums around Mathare. We want to show people that you can come in and receive skills from experienced people, and personalities will be there to speak with these kids. And then on the 10th, that will be the big party. Just realized that she mentioned Sarakasi, and it will be at Sarakasi Dome. So we have a partnership. They are supporting our cause, and we are really happy. So we invite everyone to come on the 10th. It will be on the afternoon, a lot of entertainment.
So how do we get more details on that? Do you have a website, a Facebook page?
Yes.
Maybe you can just mention that quickly.
Yes, we have our website, cmetrust.org.
Okay.
And then we are also on Facebook and on Twitter, CME Trust.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. As for your final comments here today, we've been talking about the importance of education, just opening up our minds as a society to, children who have learning disabilities. You've educated us quite a bit, but maybe just some final comments from you.
Yes, my final comment is that as a parent, I think I love talking to the parents because they are the ones who hold the key to the success and the future of their children with learning disabilities. Is that if your child is not probably catching up like the peers, it's important to seek professional advice. Or if your child is also not developing normally, like typically it should be the case. Sometimes as parents we adopt the wait and see approach or wait and fail approach, and by the time probably now we are realizing that things are not okay, it's a bit late. And therefore we always advise and recommend that if as a parent you realize there's something wrong in your child, not necessarily in learning, even in their growth and development, and you see that there are some key milestones that this child is not developing normally, we say it never hurts to go and be told it's okay. Probably you're just a bit anxious, because the flip side is if you don't seek for early intervention, by the time probably you're now coming to seek for help, it's a bit late. And when you're dealing with children with disabilities or special needs, early intervention is very crucial. So I urge parents that if you see some red flags, please act.